Alright, so I just literally crashed right now. But whatever. Let's go on, right? Oops. So I have my initial sketch in the bottom, and now on top I'm gonna do some actual fucking painting, right? So yeah, we're finally back on this, on my long-awaited, well, for me, long-awaited Arceus drawing. And I really want to pick up a speed on this particular drawing, painting, because, you know, just sitting here, not sitting here, I'm working on a lot of things, you know, fixing up my website. I'm finally getting some commission works, some more commission works come in, so that's good. Some fun stuff to look forward to. And I'll be posting those on my social media, I guess. So that's something I'm really looking forward to. And you know, the only reason why this isn't been even nearly completed is because I'm trying to do it live, you know, like now. And the reason why I want to do it live is just because, you know, nothing, no real reason. What am I doing wrong? Move. Okay, now I know why. There we go. So I'm reworking on his anatomy and his positioning right now. Probably gonna be adding some, not paint or color really, just kind of like focusing on some of its shadings. What was I saying? Just yeah, I got some things going on, you know, and I kind of don't want to rush this piece. I think it's gonna come out quite nice. So gonna go into some old brushes. Some of these brushes, these old ones that I worked on before, really liked. What color is this? Okay. Let's go a bit darker. Because this part right here is kind of black. So you kind of call this the flats. The flats of the painting or the drawing. And we'll see how this goes. Right now I'm really feeling it. I'm looking a lot to this small one over here in the back. Constantly. As I've said before, over and over. It really helps. If you're a digital artist and aren't doing, an extra little square here on the side to kind of see what you're doing, I recommend you try it. You'll feel it's like a little helpful box. You'll really feel it helping you. I mean, even painters, like regular painters, like they'll step back, they'll step back and look at their painting. And here, I have that. All I gotta do is just look a little bit to the left, and it's there. It's better than zooming out. And if this just so happens to be your first video watching me, the reason why I've been working on the Sinnoh legendaries is because the Sinnoh region is my favorite one. So, yep. It was extremely fun. Had a lot to offer. I also got Pokemon Platinum. That's the one thing I really don't like about Pokemon games, is that there's different versions for slight differences. And some people like myself really like, for some weird fucking reason, we want to collect them, Like, why? Why do we have that urge? Almost basically an urge, yeah. To just purchase the exact same version and they have, you say, the balls almost to them, as in the Pokemon company, they have the balls to give that. Like, really, you need to make two versions of the same game? And only add slight variants? Like a few different people maybe, and a few legendaries that are different, The only time that I think the difference in versions made sense and was actually interesting was Fire Emblem with Birthrights and Conquest. I still haven't played Which one was that? So yeah, these two games, Birthrights. Yeah, I have Birthrights. I haven't played Conquest yet. So this time, or this specific game, they actually did something interesting. You know, it's two games in the same world, and basically it's like, spoiler alert, but not really spoiler alert because it happens in the first, the first 30 minutes or 20 minutes of the game. Basically, you, the main characters, your name is Corin, but you could change that if you want. But basically, what happens is you're awake with amnesia. And you wake up to, depending on the game you get, on the corresponding game, that family. There's two families. And I forgot the families' names. But they're basically purple family and a red family. And so, depending on which game you got, you would wake up with that, in that family, So I had a Birthright, so I was with the Reds, the red guys, the red people, the red team. And then so tensions are high with the families. They're basically near war. They're having a battle, the first battle. They're fighting each other. I think they're fighting over you in the beginning. Yeah, because each family claims you're their family member, you're a sister. Especially for the main people, the main people that are the leaders. I forgot their names, but they're pretty cool looking. I think, yeah, one of them is named Xander, and he's from the purple family. And then the red family has, I totally forgot his name, but he had like this Dragon Ball Z hairpiece. Damn, I forgot his name. But both of them fight over you, basically, on saying like, no, she's my sister, or unless if you chose a male character, he's my brother. And they fight over you. And in the beginning, you're in the battlefield, right? And so there's characters around you that are also kind of fighting for you. Yeah, they are fighting for you, not kind of fighting for you. They're fighting for you. They're telling you to come back home. Both of them. They're like, no, come back home. This is your home, And then a few characters and yourself, are trying to get to the main guys, Xander, and I'm just gonna look up his name, dude. Right characters. Rajada. I think that's how you pronounce his name. No, wait. No, that's not the right one. Who the hell is that? Oh, that's from. I'm not even sure. Okay, here's a list. Okay, that's not the list. Oh yeah, so it's Hoshido family and the Nor family. Where is? Oh man. Ryoma, of course. I knew it was with an R. Ryoma is the guy. Yes. So Ryoma and Xander are fighting a few, I don't know, I guess a few miles away, right? And you have to get to them and fight them. So once that's done, the yellow cutscene, and then they're very, very angry at each other. They're very angry at each other, and they look at you, and they're like, "All right, come home." And then you choose, but the only thing, like, they literally give you an option, like join the Hoshida family or join the Nor family, right? Like, those options literally pop up. And of course, if you don't have one of the other games, you can't choose the other one. So if you only have Conquest, you can only choose Conquest. If you have Birthright, you can only choose Birthright. If you have both, you have the option. But side note, there was a DLC. There is a DLC that actually gives you the option of not choosing either path, which I haven't even looked into. I want the DLC, but I haven't gotten around any open time to it, because actually right now I'm still playing Three Houses, and that game is fucking great, dude. Fire Emblem Three Houses is probably the best Fire Emblem game, honestly. Echoes, I love Echoes, dude. Echoes was literally top. But I think Fire Emblem Three Houses is where it's fucking at, dude. If you have a chance to play Three Houses, I highly recommend you do it. But anyway, speaking about choices, you get 3 choices. No, wait. I don't want to spoil Fire Emblem, but there's 4 choices. As of now, there's 4 choices. And by I mean 4 choices is that 4 options, 4 teams you can choose, In this Fates, the Fire Emblem Fates, there's basically 3. So Birthright, Conquest, and then the DLC, which is, in this option, you basically fight for yourself or on your own, and the goal there is to stop everyone from fighting. Where was I at? I totally forgot what I was talking about earlier. Well, yeah, I guess that's kind of a review of Birthrights and Conquest. I haven't even played Conquest, so. But basically, apparently, there's a lot of defense missions in that one, protecting people. Which is cool. Right. So let's see. How do I feel about this? It's going all right. Some things I kind of want to change up. Constantly looking at my reference photos here. But I think so far I'm really liking it. Hmm. The head does need some editing. So let's try to finish this basic sketch up. This paint sketch is basically is. This is what this is right now. I'm kind of gonna demolish this after. So yeah, this is kind of elaborate more. He's gonna be, you know, the main event right now. Arceus is the main honcho, the big cheese. And so because of that, I'm gonna be focusing on him a lot more, or this general area a lot more than other areas. Any other areas. I'm just probably gonna copy paste, you know, make life simple for the other side here. All right. That shoulder area needs a little bit of work. We'll get to it later. We'll get to right now. So, colors and stuff. So yeah. So yeah, Fire Emblem. It's one of the best games ever. The best I don't even know what to call it. Franchise, I guess, or series. Series of games. I honestly don't know the word for it. The word that I'm looking for. But if been seeing a lot of people on the internet talk about Fire Emblem Three Houses being their first game, or their first Fire Emblem game, I mean, and that they just loved it. You know, I'm not trying to sell you a game, just to be sure, just to make that clear. I mean, I'm just struggling to find something to talk about, and you know, Fire Emblem has just been the most recent thing, so forgive me. You know, and I'd rather talk about things that I really like rather than things I don't like. You know, because that's how, you know, people get into rants. You know, just like, let's say Fire Emblem was a horrible game. You know, the one comment I hear about Fire Emblem, which is funny, but I think makes people not even want to see, or not, just doesn't want to interest the game, is they call it a waifu simulator. You know, basically because you have options to marry someone, and I don't see that being a problem. How is that a problem? You know, oh, there's a game where you can develop characters and develop relationships. That is so gross. Like, really? That's like complaining because that is literally complaining because there's character development. Are you kidding me? The characters are great, man. You know, you're bound to find a few characters you really enjoy watching, seeing, and everything. Take a drink real quick. Yeah, there's so many characters, and their designs are great. A lot of them, they're a lot of their voices. I'm sorry, a lot of them is voice acted now. So like, Conquest and I mean Birthrights. You know, Echoes. Dude, when I played Echoes and saw that everything was voice acted, it was literally like watching a show. So I highly recommend, you know, if you have a DS, 3DS, any of those, I really recommend you would pick up Fire Emblem Echoes. Echoes is basically remastered of, what did they call the old Echoes? Is it just Echoes? Well, I guess the full name is Battles of Valencia. I think, yeah, I think that's the remaster version, I guess you could call it. And then all right, I was just reading a bit, my bad. But what? Just I might have my facts wrong, you know. I'm not perfect at this because I wasn't a huge Fire Emblem fan. Ever since I just accidentally picked up Fire Emblem Fates. No, is it Fates? Yeah, with Chrom and Lucina. It was kind of an accident. I guess a happy accident you could call it, because I was working at a store and they were closing. You know, the store probably isn't really important, but I was working and it was closing time, and they had a video game section, and I would pass by every now and then, you know, just kind of see what they got, see if anything caught my attention. And then I saw Fire Emblem, and I've heard about it every now and then, but I never really looked into it. Not one bit, man. I never looked into it at all. And I looked at the box, and I'm like, I got a few bucks. It was like $35. So, and I wanted a new game. I was kind of getting a little tired of Pokemon, honestly, because during that time it was kind of like cold turkey for me in Pokemon. Just kind of like, I kind of played so much I got sick of it in a way. And I don't even know what I was playing before Fire Emblem. But basically, once I picked it up, I got home and I, you know, turned it on, and man, it blew me away. The characters were so entertaining to watch, and seeing them. A lot of people love the mechanic. There's this mechanic, if you haven't played it, you know, a mechanic where you could put characters together. So if you haven't really seen how Fire Emblem plays, you're on a field, and let's say you have, for example, just 6 characters, right? You have 6 characters on the field, kind of like chess, right? but the pieces don't have a specific class to them. Okay, actually, well, they do have a specific class, but there's no pawns and stuff. Let's say that they're all queens, okay, and you call the characters queens so they can move in any direction. But for the classes, if you could have an archer or a horseback rider, or let's say a armored character, right? So a horseback rider can move farther than a armored character, and an archer can hit enemies from a farther distance than a horseback rider. That's kind of the basics, And what was my point? I totally got mixed up, dude. I'm focusing on so many things right now. But let's see. Oh god. Jesus, man, I can't believe I just forgot what the fuck I was talking about. I was so into this conversation. Okay, I was explaining the game, right? So okay, so the field. So in the field you have 6 pieces that can move in any direction that have different qualities. Okay. And so they usually put the numbers up against you, so you'll be like 6 characters and you'll fight against like 25 enemies. And basically just strategize on your positioning and trying to finish the objective, It tells you the objective straight off, and it's super simple, Block this, get here, defeat all enemies, blah blah blah. And yeah, I totally forgot the point that I was trying to make, man. But that's basically Fire Emblem, And in that, you got a bunch of characters with backstories and goals and stuff like that. And it just makes the game a whole lot more interesting. I don't know what the hell I'm doing with this here. What is this supposed to be? What was I thinking here? Hopefully the birds aren't freaking loud. I'll fry them up, man. Sometimes they just chatter. Chatter away like they're insane almost. And listen to me, I'm kind of like talking to myself as I draw for a video. Like, what if something happens and then I don't do this video at all? I'm just kind of like talking to myself, like a complete fucking weirdo. I mean, whatever, it is what it is. It's a great game, great characters. There's no reason not to play Fire Emblem. Unless if you can't play because of certain reasons. Don't have a Switch or a DS, I actually do plan on making some Fire Emblem characters. Not making, I mean drawing some. I really want to draw 3 houses. Some of the characters from there. I'm probably just gonna do the first for now. Just thinking of making the first the house leaders. Basically Edelgard, Dimitri, and Claude. For right now, I'll plan on the rest later, maybe. See how I feel, things go. As I kind of mentioned, you know, I got some things going on. Finally, some things going on, you know. Very happy to hear and to have those things going on. Alright, I'm pretty happy with this. Or I should say I'm liking this so far. Definitely needs a few more edits, but other than that, it's going well. Let's fix up the head a little bit more. So let's get a little closer. Should I make the eyes? Let's make the eyes. Alrighty. Got my circle brush. What we can do is this. Alright. Looks like a helmet. I could just do one side. It's not that I'm lazy. It's called working smart, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta, you know, I don't know if I was saying this earlier, but gotta mention again, you know, just kind of picking up the pace or stuff, you know. That's what you want to. It's kind of industry standard, you know, to I mean, that's if you're trying to get into the industry, you know, maybe you got your own stuff going on. I got my own stuff that I want to plan on working on. But anyway, it's another story. You know, a lot of industry things or people, they really want you to be fast, man. You gotta be fast. Sonic fast. They want things done now. And it's unfortunate, man. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're following a lot of other artists that have actually worked in the industry. They'll tell you. They say it all the time, man. I've gone to a few workshops and seeing people that have worked in the industry. One of my favorite ones was Alex Konstad, you know, just him. You know, the person would come in and talk to us about whatever we wanted, basically. They would sit there, they would give them a computer and a tablet to work on, and they will draw for us, just basically kind of sketching. Basically, yeah, just sketching some things. A little project they have. And they will draw. And a lot of artists, they would do some photo bashing. You know, when I first saw and heard about it, I did not like it, man. I'm like, why are they doing that? And there's a lot of controversy when it comes to those kinds of things, like photo bashing and just, yeah, basically kind of photo bashing, you know. A lot of people have a lot to say about that, you know. And for me, I mean, I don't use it I haven't even tried it, you know. But you know, for a lot of people, it gets the job done, I guess. And industry artists use it a lot, and there's nothing wrong with that. Some of my favorite artists, like Alex Konstad. Wait, actually, he doesn't. I haven't seen him use it. No, I'm sorry. I did not. No, I did not say that. Adam Duff, Canadian guy. Nothing wrong with being Canadian, but that guy. He does the photo bashing stuff. Um, so basically, what he would do. So, let's say, for example, this Arceus, right? Let's say he was let's say he just got attacked, right? And I wanted to draw that. I wanted to draw an Arceus that was hurt. So one of the ways I could show that is by, you know, make a bunch of scratches, right? Let's say he's got burn marks here and here, right? For example. But I have to detail all those little pieces, you know. Like if I was gonna say like he has a scar right here, you know, kind of like sketch out the scar and then paint over it and draw over it again and again. Depends how detailed you want to be, right? And so to make that faster, you would use a type of pattern and kind of just lay it on top of your image. And so that way it's it will look as if it's drawn on, or yeah, basically look like it's on your character. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, it will look like it's on your character, right? So then that way you don't have to draw the entire thing. I don't know why I did that. Let's just erase this part. Like I said, man, I'm kind of thinking a lot of things right now, and so make more excuses. Make more excuses. Anyway, so I don't know if I explained photo bashing as good as I kind of wanted to, but it's basically taking an existing image and putting it on top of your drawing. That's basically it. But you could argue that for a lot of things, you know. Like if I'm gonna draw a character, right? Let's say I'm gonna make a main character or a villain for a game or a story. Let's say the story takes place modern times today, right? And he looks like a, just make it basic, right? He's a street thug, you know. You could argue that, you know, if I wanted to design a street thug, I'm gonna go on the internet and look up some criminals, you know, kind of like a thief, your average thief, how everyone thinks a thief would probably look like, you know, like a guy in a hooded sweatshirt with maybe a ski mask on, you know, breaking into a car. You know, that's kind of like the image of a street thug, I guess, you know. And if I grab a few images of guys looking like that, you know, throw them up onto the side and start drawing that out, you know, some dude, you know, and some sort of mask. I don't know what I'm doing. You know, you could say that that's kind of like stealing that, you know? Because that's basically the main thing people are talking about for photo bashing. Like, oh, it's just stealing, you know? But I don't know. I mean, people don't really care nowadays. Oh yeah, one of the one of the artists that I really like. What's his name? He draws these realistic Pokemon. Pretty sure just saying that you'll know who I'm talking about. Totally forgot his name, man. Ross? No, not Ross Strauss. Well, look at Ross Strauss. Shit, I totally forgot about him too. He literally grabs the image. You know, if you haven't seen him, you know, he literally, or seen any of his more popular videos, he'll grab an image, an existing image, like the Beauty and the Beast one with his dog. That one was pretty fun. He'll take a picture of him and his dog, and then draw over that, and literally photo edit, and then paint over that, basically. You know, people like him. People like him, you know, for that kind of stuff. And I haven't really seen anyone give him shit for that, or I haven't really paid attention, I guess, you know. But it's cool stuff, you know. He still makes it all his own. I'm not here trying to convince people to start photo bashing stuff, you know. Just saying, saying examples. You do what you want, man. Peoples, my dudes. For me, I don't know. I'm not really in need of photo bashing, I guess you could say, at the meantime, at the moment. A lot of my stuff is more, should I say, not cartoony. Oops. You know, they usually do photo bashing if they're trying to get some realistic textures in there, you know. And I'm not really looking for that right now, or interested in making that, I guess I could say. You know, maybe I'll try it when I'm drawing some buildings. Trying to get the cause see that kind of stuff, you know, when you think about it, it kind of makes sense, you know. If I was trying to make a building, or if I drew a building, and I needed some, you know, literally garbage, right? Some old looking, gross floor texture areas, and I didn't want to spend hours on hours drawing all that myself. It would make sense why people would just grab some sort of cool looking image that kind of gives you what you're looking for and just throw that on there and kind of edit it, you know. It makes complete sense. But for now, I don't really need that, I guess. We'll see. We shall see. Alright, so let's go on to these eyeballs. What was that? I swear I just heard something weird. Let us make this. See, look. There's always ways to make stuff. 100 times easier, right? And I mean, the tool is there, the technique, you have the technique. See, I just made like I just used the lasso tool, made the triangle. I was outside. Use a triangle lasso, or I made a triangle with the lasso tool, and just painted that in, you know? It's kind of not the same thing, it's kind of similar, whatever. You can say whatever you want. Argue your argues, you know? In the end, you gotta have some work done, you know? If you don't have a piece done, I don't know, I guess you'll get fired, you know? You want to explain to your boss, like let's say you have some great artwork, right? And you haven't told your boss that you hate photo bashing, right? You freaking hate it. You hate photo bashing. And all your artwork is handmade, right? You know, they'll ask, so wow, you made this all yourself? And you're like, yeah, man, I made this all myself. And then they'll be like, damn, you're hired, right? Hired as fuck. And you know, you go into the office, you start working, and then they see that your shit is, they see your shit is fucking slow. You know, they'll probably pull you aside after some time, like, yo, where's all this art, bro? Or miss, whatever. And you'll be like, well, I'm working on it. What are you talking about? And they'll be like, how come it's taking forever, right? This is all hypothetical, you know. Probably if you're the best of the best, you're the best of the best of the best, they won't care, you know. But you gotta remember, this is an industry. A lot of industries want you to comply, I guess you could say. And they want you to comply and keep up with everyone else. It makes sense, you know. They got things to do, money to make, investors to continue investing. And so if you don't meet their standards, obviously we have a problem. Alright, the face needs a rework, definitely. But for right now, let us continue. It's looking alright from the looking over here. So yeah, I'm still looking at the little window. All right, I'm actually pretty happy how the face is looking, but a little bit of editing can never hurt. All right, so now we're gonna do this next video, okay? let's just focus on these hind legs, right? And they're basically the exact same thing as these. Okay, so let's just do the same color. These lines for okay. I do have a tendency of talking to myself, you know, so sometimes things will be out of context. I should say that now. So I'm thinking out loud, right? The goal is to not be confusing, right? That is one thing I do not want. Alright. Now I'm in a small particular dilemma. It's kind of big. Alright, now the question is, do I want these legs low or high? I'm liking how it looks like from the side over here. Maybe if I made it a little bit brighter. Let's throw in what was I thinking? This, right? Oh wait. Will this help me? I don't think anything here will help me. Let's go ahead. Throw a new layer. Color. Oh. So the cool thing also is you can just work from here. Alright. So let's grab some white and just fill that in. No? Oops, I wanted. There we go. Wait, what am I doing? See, you know, honestly, sometimes, man, I don't. I totally forget. I totally forget some things sometimes. I could just use an adjustment layer. Also, clip it down here so it just affects him. See? You know, sometimes I just forget, man. What are we gonna do? So, how bright is this? Okay. It's kind of good. I'll take it. Oops. I'll leave it as is. It works. All right. How do we bring this back up? Oh, that's perfect. Okay. Now, let's go back and focus on these legs. To play it safe, we'll make a new layer. This is my sketch. So, once I get some of this stuff down, you know, a good thing is to start, you know, slowly start getting organized. That's what I do. Just, you know, because if you start getting organized in the beginning, you kind of start looking for things a lot. you know, because right now what you got to focus is on the main. For me, you know, you can do this however you want. You can focus on a lot of things in the beginning. You know, focus on the background first, focus on your main subject. For me, I focused on the main subject. Focus on the main subject, and kind of work out from there. You know, and then organize my main subject. Once I organize him, everything falls into place. Whoops. Alright, so I'm looking at my side window here. At this. Make it a little bigger. Zoom in. Enhance. Just focus on Arceus. So let's see. Kind of have his legs like this. They look like, I don't, kind of feel like it looks like a little bit like a spider almost. That might work. So I've said this before, and basically what you must do is have a 3D model in your head. 3D model of your desired outcome. And it's definitely not an easy task, you know, because it could be complex, you know. Unintentionally, you'll think of something complex and you'll probably have trouble trying to not confuse yourself. And don't worry, you know, after some time, you'll be able to not focus on it so much. You know, just focus on it. Whoops. You'll slowly be able to focus on it just enough, the right amount you need, you know. It's gonna take time. I feel like I'm missing something. Something important. Let's edit this out. I'm liking this. It's coming out nice, man. Very nice. Alright. Now the final leg. Actually, let's fix this up a little bit. Cool. So now how do we have the other leg? I could have it kind of bending. Might look a little weird though. This is a perfect time to look at some reference, okay? So, let's see. I don't think there'll be a problem if I show a reference. So let's just drag this bad boy. Yeah. Alright. So take note of how this leg here curves, right? So this one's kind of like standing outward. This one here, I'm gonna have it kind of curve this way from here to here. So I'm doing this mentally in my head, okay? So have like, I'm visualizing his back, the one leg, visualizing it in my head, and kind of seeing how how its leg would bend, you know. So let's get to it. Put this over here. So I still have it open, okay? Still kind of imagining it, and let's sketch it out now. So let's merge this down. We don't really need that layer. Okay, so we're on a new layer, and let's kind of sketch it out. Let's see. The way it connects from this ring thing, and then it goes down to the leg. So I would imagine it being right around here. The connector from the I'm gonna call it the onion ring. So from the onion ring, this thing goes down and it connects like this, and the leg would probably go out this way like that, right? So that's what I'm doing here. And then this part goes down like this, right? So that's this. And then this part goes down like this. So that is this basically. Oops, wait, yeah. So that is basically what I'm seeing here. You know, this is a good way to basically kind of just draw things out for yourself, you know. goes out. That's the cool thing about layers, bro. That's the cool thing about onions. Onions have layers. Why is my cat at the door? It's like waiting for someone. Alright. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Why are you not erasing? There we go. Cool. So this leg was a little bit more simple. I did something wrong. Should extend this a little bit more actually. Cool. This piece too, huh? You know, we can come back and edit this later. But this kind of should be a little bit more out. That actually already looks a lot better. No need to freak out. That's why we're sketching things out, man. You'll see problems you had no idea were there. We gotta do that. You just put this down so it'd be like that. Cool. All right. Now let's paint this. Paint this side too. Totally forgot to draw this out. Whoa. Don't remember using this color. Whatever, it works. Alright, Jesse, say something. The weather is much cooler today. Alright. Forgive me for being so focused, guys. Let's go ahead and write that down now. So we can focus on the editing. a little bit later. All right. Cool. So the tail, not really necessary, but overall, it's definitely getting there. Picks up the legs a little bit, definitely. Let's oops. What I can do now, just add these little lines here for some aesthetic. Cool. Yeah, the face definitely needs some work. For the general head area. But for now, how much do we got going on? We are at, what is this? Holy shit, it's been an hour? No. Oh, no. About 40 minutes. Okay. I was looking at the wrong clock. I mean, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, right? The thing, Photoshop crashed earlier. And I had to think of something else to talk about. But anyway, here we go, guys. This is, it's been going well. I like it so much. Definitely gonna consider more. So what we're gonna do next is that giant onion ring in the back. We'll make that on a new layer. Alright, so that's basically it. Thank you for watching. If you stuck around and listened to my random fucking shit. If you guys have anything to say, leave it in the comments. Send me a message on Instagram, Twitter. I'll link all that down in the description. And hopefully, by next week, I have my website back. I've been working on it right now, so I'm thinking of just opening it while I'm still under construction, but now I'm a little closer to how I want it, so it'll be a good time to finally have that up. But alright guys, I'll see you guys next time. Young out.